Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I'm going to send forth double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom wa barakim, lahabakarim, which means peace and blessings to the elect. And Lord's will this be an edifying video to the sincere believers. Okay? And of course, this message is to Yasha'Allah, which is Israel in the Hebrew, which means he's the Prince of God, which consists of these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, and I was just dwelling on the fact that we as a people, we have enemies. All right, and according to the scriptures, we have an enemy, we have an arch enemy, all right, or a chief enemy, chief meaning first, all right, or greatest enemy, okay, which is the so-called white man. But we want to get some scriptures, all right, and all these nations at the end of the day are our enemies, all right. But this is Sirach 12:10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Okay, all right. So we have an enemy, all right, according to the Holy Scriptures, all right. And we're going to pinpoint it, all right. But I want to get this as well. It's one a great scripture. This is Luke chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he had visited and redeemed his people." So call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, for what he has visited and redeemed his people, which are the Israelites. It says, "And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." A horn represents power. All right, the Lord is going to come back to the earth. He's going to give his people power and authority again. All right, no longer are we going to be in captivity. No longer are we going to be on the bottom and trodden over. All right, but we're going to be on top. We're going to be sitting on thrones, and we're going to be ruling over our enemies. Okay? It says, "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should say," it says, "that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us." All right, so according to the Holy Scriptures, the nation of Israel has enemies. Okay, all right, and by default, since they're our enemies, they hate us. It says to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant. Okay, but now we're going to pinpoint who our enemy is. All right, so let's go ahead and get. Let's see. This is Genesis. Salakia. Chapter 3 and verse 15. All right, because it's going into Eve, the judgment that the Lord put upon Eve. All right, and the serpent in the garden. It says, "And I'll put enmity." All right, the word enmity means hatred. It says, "Between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." All right, so the Lord said he's going to put enmity between thee and the woman. Okay, all right, the serpent represent the wicked, okay, and his offspring, because this wasn't an actual snake, contrary to popular belief, okay, to the foolishness that was spread in the Christian church. Okay, the snake was a race of people. It was a man, okay, and he became the progenitor of the wicked people of the earth, the sons of the devil. All right, and the woman represented essentially the nation of Israel. I mean, it wasn't the nation of Israel back then. All right, it was the lineage of the sons of God, okay, who later became the nation of Israel. Okay, but her seed represented the chosen line, and the Lord said, "What between the seed of the wicked and the seed of the chosen line, the Lord was going to put a enmity, representing hatred or divide, meaning they wouldn't mix. They would be polarizing. Okay, meaning they would clash heads. All right, they'd be mortal enemies. All right, and the Lord established this from the beginning. All right, so there's not going to be anybody to upset this. All right, the Lord set it up, and it's going to be done. All right, now let's go ahead and get Genesis as well. Genesis 25. All right, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse. I'll read verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived." So Isaac, he prayed to the Lord that his wife can bear children. Okay, and the Lord answered his prayer. All right, verse 22, it says, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord." So she got pregnant and ended up being twins. All right, but the thing is, they struggled in the womb, meaning they were fighting in the womb. They were throwing blows. They were kicking each other. You know how a baby kicks, right? They were kicking one another. All right, so she was like, if I'm blessed of the Lord to finally have children, why are they fighting each other while they're inside of me? So she went and inquired of the Lord. Verse 23, it says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So the Lord said, look, the seed of the wicked is in your womb, and the seed of the righteous is in your womb. All right, so the Lord didn't, he said 2 completely polarizing nations of people are going to come out of your womb. All right, it says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, we know that Esau came out first, so he was created to serve the younger, which is Jacob, representing the nation of Israel. All right, because this is the story of Jacob and Esau. It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, which is the progenitor of the Edomites. Okay, which is the seed of the wicked. All right, the devil, the race of devils. All right, it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. All right, we understand that Jacob's name later became Israel, okay, because he was the progenitor of the Israelites, the righteous people of the earth. It says, and Isaac was 60 years old when she bare them. All right, but Jacob, he took hold of Esau's heel because it was symbolic of the fact that that the nation of Israel was going to take down Esau out of power, okay, by force. All right. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High, we know the saints are the Israelites. It says, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So when Yahushua returns, who is a saint because he's an Israelite, he's from the tribe of Judah, when he comes back, he's going to take the kingdom from these Edomites, from the wicked, by force. Okay, and then the nation of Israel is going to possess this kingdom forever. All right. I'm just going to get a couple more scriptures, and I'm going to close out. This is Sirach chapter 33, verse 13. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. Okay, so the Most High, he can do what he wants with his creation, and that's what he did. But here's the point, verse 14. It says, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So the Lord always has good and evil. Okay, Jacob represents good, Esau represents evil. All right, and we will never mix. Our enemies will forever be the Edomites. Okay, till they're eradicated and destroyed. Verse 15, it says, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another. All right, I'm going to end it there. The Lord's will is edifying. Call Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Rakakadash, that will honor to the apostles and elders of great millstones. Shalom, Barakim, Bakari, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.